Okay, good morning, students. I hope that your first week of online classes is going well. I know we're far from over and we have a lot of changes to make, but that's okay. We're going to adjust and things are going to get better as we go. So, first thing this morning, I have a few announcements that I'd like to make about what we're going to be doing as we go forward. Before we go back to East in person, the things that we're going to get done together online. So, the first thing that we're going to do is do you guys remember talking about giving presentations before all of this coronavirus stuff happened? Well, we are still going to try to give those presentations. I know some of you might be rolling your eyes or sighing a little bit, but I really want to see you guys give these presentations. Like I said, you worked so hard on your essays that I think it would be a good idea to share that. So, what we're going to do is give the presentations virtually, okay? So, what is a visual aid? Well, we talked about this a little bit in class. We talked about making a poster or a PowerPoint. Remember, you made a PowerPoint or you used that really big paper in the room for a poster. And because we're not able to use the posters in class, what we're going to do is make a PowerPoint in Google Slides. So what you're going to do is click on this little blue link right here, and this is going to take you to the PowerPoint presentation that I've created for you inside Google Classroom. And you can add all of the information for each slide about your essay. And remember, we talked a little bit about this in class. Your first slide is going to be your title with your name on it. And the next slide is going to have your thesis and your reasons. And all of the other things that goes on those slides is going to be in Google Classroom, just as a friendly reminder, okay? So once you've finished making your PowerPoint, you're going to make your script or your outline. Some of you might remember that inside your folders, I gave you a piece of paper that had a script on it, and you filled in the blanks with what your name is and what your topic is and why your essay was important. I have added that document into Google Classroom, and this will guide you in speaking during your presentation, okay? So what I want you to do is fill in those blanks and use that to guide you. Now, remember, the reason that we're doing this is because I want you to feel confident while you're giving your presentation. And the only way that you can feel confident is by preparing and planning what you're going to say. Okay? So, how are you going to make this presentation? Well, you're going to make it a video. You're either going to do it on your cell phone or you're going to complete it on your Chromebook. Now, I have added some steps on the next slide that should allow you to use the camera that's on your Chromebook to make a recording, okay? Now, what you are going to do with this recording is you're going to send it to me. You're going to send it to me in an email or a text message. Here on the screen, we have those steps for your Chromebooks. You're going to open the camera app. You're going to make a video. You're going to record it. It's going to be in the downloads on your Chromebook. And then that's when you're going to send it to me. Here I have my contact information. I have my email address, and I have my phone number. If you do it on your phone, if you make a video on your cell phone, all you have to do is send it to me as a text message, and I'll get it and be able to grade you on that video. Okay? So, moving on past presentations, what we're going to be doing in addition is reading a book together as a class. Now, you might say, how are we going to read a book together, Miss Brooke, if we're not in the same room? Well, what I'm going to do is post 2 to 3 chapters of this book inside Google Classroom every week. Okay? I will usually post it on Sunday or Monday, and then you have until Friday to read all of those chapters and answer some questions. Now, the book that we're going to be reading, you can see it here on the screen, is Island of the Blue Dolphins. Some of you might have heard of this, some of you might not have, but it is a really fun, exciting story that I think a lot of you will really connect with. I think that it's something that you'll remember even when you're not in high school anymore. Maybe when you go to college, I think you'll remember this story, okay? Islands of the Blue Dolphins is a story about a 12-year-old girl. The girl there on the book cover, she is 12 years old, and she is stranded on an island by herself on the coast of California, okay? So after you read, like I said, you'll be answering some questions. These questions could be something as open-ended as, what did you think about the girl's adventure this week? Or what does survive mean to you? It could also be specific questions, like what did the main character see on her adventure today? So you're going to be answering those questions, and then on Fridays, when you turn those questions in, we're going to meet on Zoom, kind of like we're doing right now, and we're going to talk about the book together. Okay, so it's really important that you read it and then you remember what you've read so you can participate in the discussions on Fridays. Okay? Now, I know that I've talked about a lot in this presentation, and some of you might have questions. Some of you might not be sure what we're going to be doing going forward, or you're not sure how to record your video, and that's okay. I am available all day, every day, and I want you to either email me, call me, or text me, or you can add me as a friend on Facebook. You might know several of your classmates that are friends with me on Facebook right now, and we've been using Facebook Messenger to talk about what's coming up and what is expected of you. And I want you to be comfortable reaching out to me and communicating with me, just like raising your hand in class. You're not bothering me, and I'm more than happy to help you. Okay? So don't forget, if you have questions, reach out to me. I want you to begin working on those video presentations. That is also going to be due on Friday next week. Okay, so your questions for the chapters that you're going to read and your video presentations are all going to be due on Friday. All right, so I've given you 7 days now. Please go ahead and get started. Reach out to me if you have questions.